Continuing with our discussion about running to get a message out, all right, let's talk about pro-life or having marriage be between people of opposite genders, or the threat of true historic Islam to freedoms. If you want to discuss these things regarding domestic policy and foreign policy, the best way to do it is to run for federal office. That means you either run for the U.S. House of Representatives, which has election cycles every 2 years in the entire nation, or you run for the U.S. Senate, which has an election every 6 years, and you're going to have 2 elections in the 6-year cycle in your state, or you run for president. All right? Now, the reason I say that that's the best way to get your message out is because federal law requires, by law, that federal candidates be given, or not given, be sold television time and radio time, and that the owners of the TV and radio stations, because they carry a federally granted license to operate that station, they are not permitted to edit or to alter your television or radio ad. Now, let the full weight of that sink in on you. In fact, you know what? Lane, let's run one 30-second commercial of mine. Now, what we're going to do here, just so you know, this is not a child-friendly ad. So if you've got a child in the room, you don't want to have them see it, we would run these later at night, and we would even run warnings on them so that people would know that some rough stuff was coming. But you watch this, and you'll see for yourself the power of it.
I have known Islam on 3 continents before coming to the region where it was first revealed. That experience guides my conviction.
Today, President Obama gave $1.5 billion to the Muslim Brotherhood without congressional approval.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
I can't vote for Obama again.
A vote for Obama helps Muslims murder Christians and Jews. I'm Randall Terry, and I approve this message. Now, that ad was shown all over the country when I ran for president. And I knew that I wasn't going to win. I mean, I did beat President Obama in 14 counties in Oklahoma in the Democratic primary. And for some reason, I'm not the president of those 14 counties. I don't know how the whole thing works. But anyway, I'm just kidding. The impact of that ad was phenomenal. We had news coverage all over the country from that ad and ads like it. And you can go to our website and find a link to look at some of these ads. And as an example of what you could do. But the reason that I could run those ads and bring people face to face, many people for the first time in their whole lives, face to face with choice, with a woman's right to abortion, is because federal law required that the stations run the ads. Okay? And as long as, for example, child killing, euphemistically known as abortion, as long as that's reduced to a war of words, we're probably not going to prevail. But when the American public is brought face to face year after year, election cycle after election cycle, with the gruesome reality of these poor babies who have been brutally murdered, then we have a chance of restoring the full protection of law again to unborn babies and making it a crime to murder them. All right? Now, if you're running for a state office or a local office, a city councilman, whatever, there's great value and merit in that, but you do not have the protection of federal law to run your ads unedited. Are you hearing me? If you walk in and you're running for state assembly in your state and say, here's my ad, and you want to say that abortion is murder, and you want to show a baby killed by abortion, federal law does not protect you. And the station can and most likely will say, we refuse to run this. It doesn't meet our standards, i.e. they don't want to upset their viewers with the gruesome reality of child killing. But if you run for federal office, then you can run the ad. Now, a couple other things. When we come back, I want to talk to you about how you get on the ballot and whether or not you have to live in the district in which you want to run. So, don't go away. Be right back.